I did make my character already. And honestly, okay, I booted up PALWORLD and made my character, and then I started dying to Frost immediately. You'll see the character I made. I decided to go cute rather than a freak. But I kind of regretted it because there's some great freak potential in the PALWORLD character creator, and I feel like the cuteness factor is maybe lower than what you might. I think I made one pretty cute, but they don't have that much variety in terms of hairstyles and stuff. I'm excited. This is the 1.0 update of PALWORLD. I have not played this game in forever, and I heard you can marry the pals now. Is that true? Okay, I'm looking at the pals on the screen right now. I think... No? Wait, that's a lie? Oh, the PAL dating sim is a separate game. Is it real? Like officially sanctioned PAL dating sim? That's a visual novel? It's real? I was gonna say, I don't know if any of the pals on the screen right now are marriage material. Which one would I marry? Don't cancel me. It would probably have to be this one in the back. This one. I feel like that's the only one. Yeah, like Lucario. Anubis Lucario. I'm glad that the chat is working again. It was broken for months, I think. The weird scroll glitch. Don't jinx it. They'll break it again. They probably will. I think the funniest one was when they were deleting all English messages. Everyone had to append this to the end of their messages. That one was pretty crazy. I don't even know how that happens. That's crazy. Just no English. On a platform like created in an English-speaking country, they have deleted all English messages. And it's really funny that you could just type des at the end, and that got you through. The live on YouTube has been broken for weeks, lots of lag. I feel like I have seen people sending the buffer emote more often than not lately. Which you hate to see it, but I don't think it's me, my fiber internet. Well, it could be. It always could be. Oh, YouTube. YouTube. What sort of fibers? 100% cotton? All natural? I wish I knew how the internet worked, so that if society ever collapses, I can rebuild it. Cause I don't know. I don't wanna be without the internet. But I will have I don't even know where to start. It's not gonna be me who fixes it. It's gonna be somebody else. But does any one person know how to rebuild the internet from scratch anymore? Or is it such a collaborative effort that only a group of people could figure it out? Probably me. Thank you. Please rebuild it. At the end of society, at societal collapse. It's actually easy. I'm gonna have to get like the little tin cans on a string. I'll get that set up. I will distribute them to each of you, and then I will yap into the tin can on a string at Nimi Standard Time every day. And if you've got yourself a can, you can put it up to your ear and listen. And just like the old times, my string is buffering. Imagine somebody went and cut your string. How mad would you be? The sabotage. It's a lot of cans. Cans would probably be premium currency in the apocalypse, you know? John Lemonade. Okay, that one's pretty funny though. Grass soda. Okay, but you know the like jelly bellies? Is it actually jelly belly? The jelly beans that are like gross flavors. The grass ones were kind of good actually. Same as the toothpaste one. Yeah, the bean boozled ones. No, the grass one was like the best of the bad flavors. It was second best after toothpaste. The toothpaste one was actually decent. The rotten egg was vile. Yeah, I think the worst one to me was the barf one. But the rotten egg was also terrible. But the grass was really not that bad. Kind of good even. Yeah, it's like matcha. Sour milk. Those were kind of fun. Earwax though? Oh, I didn't like that one either. I don't know. The ones that are like stuff you shouldn't eat are the worst. Well, I guess you shouldn't eat any of them. Well, toothpaste is not bad because you have toothpaste in your mouth tasting it twice a day. I hope. And it's like toothpaste tastes gross, you know? I think they make it taste good on purpose. I mean, not that good. Not good enough that you want to swallow it, but like, I don't know. Eating a rotten egg, one, it feels like it might make you sick. And the barf one can make you sick. Accidentally swallowed some toothpaste before? Yes. Well, also, you're not supposed to rinse the toothpaste out of your mouth. Did you know that? Because of fluoride. You're supposed to leave it on your teeth to make your enamel stronger. So, I mean, you definitely like swallow some of it if you don't rinse it out. You do, but you still rinse. Another VTuber taught you that. It's medical malpractice Monday, Friday, today. It's a pretty minor effect, probably. It's a myth? Is it? I don't know. Well, that's why we call it medical malpractice Friday. The medical advice may or may not be accurate. Your dentist told me to do it. Thank you, Venmo. I don't think you're the real Venmo. If you are, then I need help because my Venmo account has not worked for years now, which is usually fine, but sometimes awkward. When it's like, oh, I don't have Venmo. Can I write you a check? Like I'm 80 years old and then I pull out my little checkbook and my checks are really cute. They're pink and they have flowers on them and they look 100% like old lady checks. And I honestly love it. Use Zelle. I think I've used Zelle. I feel like Venmo. I hope you're not the real Venmo with what I'm about to say. I feel like Venmo has waned in popularity, but my account has. It just doesn't work. Every time I try to use it, it's like sorry. We're not gonna send that money. It's like, oh, I'll write a check, I guess. Venmo app in shambles. Gotta stick to cold hard cash. That's what I do too. But I don't know, I need to carry around cash because I feel like I always need it and I don't have it, you know? I don't know. But I never know, like, I felt so bad when a doorman, a bellhop, took my luggage up and I didn't have any cash for a tip. I was caught unawares. I didn't know that they were going to take my luggage and that I would need cash and I felt so bad. That happened to you too. I feel like we need a solution, you know? Well, honestly, I feel like with the hotels, you should just be able to leave a tip like at the end of your stay and then they should just distribute it, you know, through everybody who helped you. Or yeah, they should just pay their employees more. And there's no need to tip. But sometimes I have had service that I do think like warrants a tip. Like when people really go above and beyond. But I don't know, maybe that's just because I've lived in a society where we always tip. Maybe that's, I don't know. Maybe it's better if people just are paid what they should be paid. We do live in a society. Truly. My dentist told me to buy a $200 toothbrush, and I did. Now, maybe not quite $200, but it was like a $120 toothbrush. Yeah, an electric toothbrush. But it actually helped me, I think, because I had to get my gum graft surgery because I was brushing my teeth too hard and making my gums recede. And the electric toothbrush makes it so you can't brush too hard. Which, okay, honestly, before I went to the dentist and they were like, girl, your gums are receding way past the point they should be at your age. Before that, I didn't even know you could brush your teeth too hard. I thought I was doing a good job being thorough, scrubbing them things. But no, you have to be gentle. That's true, I am grafted. Like Godfrey. Wait, is it Godfrey or Godric? We were talking about grafting, but I've already been grafted. I've already been grafted twice. Well, I grafted some donor tissue to my gums. Well, I didn't do it. A surgeon did it. A tissue donation is like part of organ donation. Okay, maybe it's morbid and gross, but to me, I just think it's cool. Because if you don't get the tissue donation, which I'm very grateful for, that someone donated me their tissue so that my teeth wouldn't fall out. If you don't get the donation, they have to take tissue from the roof of your mouth and use that for your gums, which sounds really painful. And they say it's like, you know, when you burn the roof of your mouth on a pizza slice? My doctor told me that it would feel like that in recovery for like a month. So that's why I got the donation. Thank you, donor. Thank you for donating your tissues. Who donated their gums to me? I don't know. I did a little bit of reading about it because I was curious. So you can choose to be an organ donor, which I am. Well, that's your choice. You can choose whatever you want. They don't have to only take organs. They can also take some tissues. They can I don't know exactly how they do it, but they sanitize the tissues and break them down so that they can be used. So it would be a corpse. Yes, this is posthumous only. I'm very grateful. Yeah, you don't give it when you're alive. I guess some you can donate organs when you're alive, though. I guess, like your kidney. one kidney, but not in this case. I think it's cool. It's gothic. It's modern medical science. Yeah, part of the liver. Yeah, because your liver will grow back. I'm like Frankenstein. I am, basically. But beautiful Frankenstein. You know when after I had my gum graft surgery, the like dental assistant, actually multiple of the dental assistants were like, I think the surgeon who did it was a popular man, kind of a hotshot around the office. And he would like travel to multiple different offices to do the surgery. I guess because there's not enough patients at just one practice. Like multiple of the assistants after, and the surgeon, I really only saw him like when he did the surgery, and then he left because he's busy, I guess. Gotta go graft some more gums elsewhere. But the multiple assistants were like, "Oh my God, he did such a great job on your gums. Your gums look so beautiful. Wow. It's truly the work of an artist." I was like, oh my gosh, how lucky am I to have beautiful gums now? The dreamiest gums. Overselling for sure? I don't think so. Well, because this was after it was already done and I paid for it, I think that they genuinely thought that they're beautiful. I wish I had receding gums so that he could work on me. It was exactly like that. But I don't think my gums are something that anyone can appreciate besides like a dentist. I don't think anybody else has looked at enough gums to appreciate the difference between, beautiful gums and regular gums. Was it noticeable when I smiled? Yes. Well, it wasn't that noticeable to begin with. I only noticed it after they pointed it out, for example, but you could tell a difference. But now, I just think they look normal. Like before, they definitely were receding. But now they just look normal, like normal gums. Did I have eating restrictions after the surgery? I did. And I sort of cheated because I got real sick of mashed potatoes. I started eating mac and cheese, boxed mac and cheese, but I would boil the noodles extra long. And I think it was fine. It didn't hurt. The recovery was really simple. Sick of mashed potatoes, I know. And I like homemade them too. Anyone can get sick of mashed potatoes after a week of mashed potatoes. You might think it impossible. I'm a mashed potato fan as well, but your recovery was awful. I'm sorry to hear that. I think I got lucky. Then mine was not so bad. I did also have it done in 2 parts. So it was like, I think they could have done it all at once. They did it in 2 parts so that I could maximize my insurance benefits. So like 1 calendar year I did the first part, the next calendar year I did the next part. But I think that also made it easier to recover. But then I had to do twice. What surgery? Oh, I'm just talking about my gum graft surgery that I had years ago. It's really not a big deal and not that interesting, so I don't know why I'm talking about it so much. I'm lucky that it's the only surgery I've had. I think so. And it's not really even it's called a surgery, but it's like an outpatient. They don't put you asleep or nothing. My tummy feels a little funny today. I hope I probably don't have the parasite. Though I have been eating lettuce because, I don't know. I can't live my life without vegetables. I need vegetables. I need it. I will simply tank it if I get the parasite. Yeah, they can't stop me from eating vegetables. They can't. Yo, is it actually? I don't actually know. Did they figure it out? Is it iceberg shredded only? 'Cause I don't eat that usually. They're targeting me specifically. I like romaine better. Also pre-cleaned. Well, I do buy the pre-shredded lettuce sometimes. Anyway, all that's to say, it's gonna be a cozy stream. I've got my tea. I just woke up. It's late in the day. I fed the cats. I didn't feed myself, but that's okay because I don't usually eat breakfast anyway. So it's basically same as it's ever been, really. Past breakfast now, but I feel like the breakfast timer starts when you wake up, and then like I don't usually eat within 3 hours of waking up anyway, so we're still within 3 hours of me waking up, so we're still in breakfast territory. So I don't need food until later when I have lunch. Never broke any bones, no. Once when I was a kid, I cracked my head open and I had to get staples. And that was pretty scary. But that was, I guess I didn't actually crack my skull or anything. I just hit my head. Common childhood experience. I do not have my wisdom teeth out. I was lucky on that front as well, that my wisdom teeth grew in line. That's another thing my dentists always say. They're always like, wow, you've got a lot of teeth in there. And I'm like, yep, all 32 of them. And they're like, well, they're not overcrowded. So I was just surprised. Thought you would have had some removed. Your mouth must be huge. No. The reason they say it is because my mouth is so petite, you know, that they are like, wow, that thing can probably only fit like 4 teeth in there. And then I give them a big smile and they're like, wow, so many teeth. That's way more than 4. I've never seen a tapir as a human dentist. My mom tells me this story of when I was a kid, I don't even remember this. They wanted to remove my wisdom teeth? I mean, do they remove your wisdom teeth before they even come out? I guess they can. Can they dig in there and get them out? Maybe I was like a preteen. They can? Okay, well, I guess they were thinking about doing that at the dentist. And then my mom and dad were talking and my mom was like, oh, I don't know if we should do it. I don't know. What should we do? And my dad was like, well, let's just ask Nimi if she wants to have surgery or if she doesn't want to have surgery. And they did. And I said, I don't want to have surgery. And so that was that. Great idea. I wonder what the child says. Predictable answer. Apparently it can be difficult for adults to get their wisdom teeth out though. Like it's easier to recover from it as a child, but it ended up being worked out in the end. I did have braces though in middle school, and then I didn't wear my retainer, and I feel like my teeth haven't moved. Well, it's just like, am I gonna wear a retainer for the rest of my life, or am I okay having slightly imperfect teeth? I'm okay having slightly imperfect teeth. They're straight enough. I have a mouth guard. I do, but only on the top. Does the mouth guard keep them in line? I guess if I'm gonna wear the mouth guard, I should have kept wearing the retainer. But the mouth guard is like not just cosmetic, you know? The mouth guard is actually going to save me from years of tooth pain later in life from grinding my teeth away into stubs. So that's worth it. Absolutely. But then I just think about like how I'm slowly eating my mouth guard. Because I can see where it's getting worn down, you know? And it's like, where is the plastic going? Realistically, I'm swallowing it. Like over the course of how long is it gonna take me to eat this whole thing? Eat my entire mouth guard. Microplastics. I don't even know how micro they are anymore. Macroplastics at this point, freshly ground. I wake up one day and it's gone. It's getting there. I mean, I already had it replaced once. Teeth are funny. It's funny being alive. You just gotta do your best on this earth. And if that involves eating a little plastic in your sleep, so be it. It's my fault because I woke up so late today. Because I was up so late last night playing Slay the Spire. I do have the VTuber sleep schedule. I think that this is my karma for joking around about wanting an MMO addiction to ruin my life. Because now I've found it. It wasn't an MMO, but it was Slay the Spire too. And it has ruined my sleep schedule. And whenever I close my eyes, I'm like playing Slay the Spire in my head. When I'm trying to fall asleep, I'm just like inventing Slay the Spire runs, like playing the cards in my head. So it's bad. We might need an intervention, but I'm gonna, you know, I'll just play it on stream today. And streaming is how I am a productive member of society, so I will simply turn my addiction into productivity. Boom, done. Allegedly a productive member of society. But this is my on-stream account, which I have not been playing on, and I kind of want to. I want to rise in the Ascensions. I want to see. Okay, but this is the other thing. I only play Ironclad or Asti. By Asti, I mean Necrobinder. I only play them. I don't know any other. I I play a little bit of the silent, but I don't touch the regent or the defect because they're scary. Okay, one time I played as the defect and I got so many orb slots, which I thought was great, but then I just couldn't like cast my orbs because I just had too many orb slots, and I had all these dark orbs trying to cast them, but they would never get through the machine because I just had too many slots, so they were all just sitting there doing nothing. And now I don't know. I don't know how to play the defect. Dark orbs aren't great. I've heard that, but they feel like they would be great. But that's just because I can't resist the allure of the big bonk build. No matter who I'm playing, I can't resist it. So I ran over the cable. Sorry. I was saying I tuned up my lyre harp and got it out because I sent a birthday message to Rika-chan. And I don't know if you saw it. It's on her channel. Rika-chan, konbakuwa. Happy birthday. Otanjobi omedetou. Thank you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nika. Happy birthday to you. But it made me want to practice my lyre harp. Also, I might buy a new kalimba. I lost my kalimba hammer, but I kind of want a new kalimba anyway. I kind of want one with more keys. The double layer one. I don't know. I should practice my silly instruments. I think I found the genesis of the cables. I mean, I say that as if I didn't like wire up this closet myself. I should know where the cables are, but it seems that they're over there in this corner where my lyre harp is. Maybe that was part of the problem. Maybe the lyre harp is pushing up against the cables, causing issues. I don't know if it's still in tune, actually, because I haven't played it enough, and it goes out of tune so quickly. Sounds mildly out of tune to my tone-deaf ears. I should learn to play this thing. I'm gonna put it away, and I'm not gonna put it, next to the cables. I tried to download an app this morning. I guess I didn't wake up and do nothing because I was trying to download apps today. I wanted to download a music note learning app because I've forgotten how to read sheet music. I used to know in middle school, a lifetime ago. But I was like, I bet I could learn real quick with like an app, like with some flashcards, you know? Or maybe I should make the flashcards myself. But then I tried to download it and it was like, enter your password. And I was like, I don't know my Apple password. Don't you know it's me? Can't you aren't you scanning my face and listening to my breathing 24/7? Don't you know that it's me? Let me download this free app. But I guess it's there for a good reason. Hopefully I can recover it. No, it's in my password manager, which I do know the password to, thankfully. But also my computer, on the fritz today, made me realize how important it is to back up my files. This is a reminder to back up your files. So I got my external hard drive out, and I didn't back them up yet, but I'm gonna do it right after stream. I promise. Back up your files, especially if you're a VTuber who exists as a file. All I am is a file. Has it ever burned me? No, but it could at any moment. It could. Amazing. Digital circus. Exactly. Oh my goodness. Happy Wednesday. What do they call Wednesday? They call it Hump Day because once you're over the hill and it's almost the weekend. After today, you're closer to the weekend than not. Spire Wednesday. Is that why? That's why. And because all camels are born on Wednesdays. They can only be born on Wednesdays due to the humps that they have. It's true. You can look it up. Okay, look, yeah, nature is truly beautiful. I'm sleepy. My sleep schedule's all mixed up, but I'm fixing it because I woke up. I didn't wake up late today. I woke up early and then I like stayed awake, but that means now I'm sleepy. I'm ready for a nap, but it's not nap time. It's Slay the Spire 2 time. Sounds like I need tea. I've got tea right here. Right here. Yeah, maybe I do need a matcha latte. Something supercharged. The Spire has cooked my mind, but I didn't play that much yesterday. In fact, yesterday I cleaned. I was very productive, which is great. I mean, I played a little. I also read. I started This Kingdom Will Not Kill Me, which is like this year's one of the most popular romanticities. And I knew it was an isekai. I don't know. I didn't know what I was expecting. It truly is an isekai. I guess it's portal fantasy, what it's called, and I guess it's a genre that's been around for a long time. I can't help but think about isekais. She even mentions at the start, like, people getting hit by trucks. It's like, is this anime? Is this anime? It is self-referential. I can see why it's so popular. I feel like it's fast-paced. So far, it's an easy read. I blazed through like 100 pages last night before I went to sleep. And I'm interested to see more. I'm like headcanoning that the world... It's about this girl who gets, wakes up in her favorite book's fantasy setting. And now she's like a street urchin in her favorite book. Okay, it's really not, but I'm headcanoning it that it's Game of Thrones. Is the world that she woke up in. It's not because there's too much magic already, but they talk about like a war between 7 houses or something, and I'm like, yep, that's Game of Thrones. They don't say the name. Well, they do say the name, but I'm just pretending. But I'm getting back into reading. I'm gonna break my Slay the Spire addiction, and I'm gonna get back to reading because that is good for my brain. And Slay the Spire, I feel like Slay the Spire is also good for your brain. You have to think really hard about card combinations and not dying, and it's basically learning on the spot. And there's math. Lots of math if you do it, or you could just base it on vibes and sometimes die, sometimes lose. I even thought about playing Slay the Spire 1 because, well, sometimes people have been complaining about the balancing in Slay the Spire 2. It is still in early access, so I'm sure they'll keep adjusting it, or I can just get good. But I don't know if I can go back to Slay the Spire 1. I mean, I never played it, but I feel like there must be quality of life improvements, and I'll miss my favorite cards. Also, is there Asti in Slay the Spire 1? Because if there is no Asti, it's basically the same game. I can't live without my Asti. Literally, I'll die. They'll hit me and I'll die if he's not there to shield me. There is the Watcher. Well, I thought the Watcher was the boss with the way people talk about the Watcher. The Watcher is broken in a good way. Ascension 5 today. I don't even know where I am or what I am. I'm only on Ascension 2 maximum here. It's so loud. Me playing with my toy? Sometimes this is like real gameplay. When you're sleep deprived, all you want to do is click buttons and have things react. Full iPad baby mode, exactly. I've maybe lost it, but I feel like I'm one sleep away from recovering my brain. One good night's sleep away from being back, from having a good sleep schedule again, or back to having a good sleep schedule again. And I'm not gonna play any Slay the Spire except for on stream today, except for right now. I used to have a really bad sleep schedule, but actually, I feel like the past year or more, it's been pretty good. I go to sleep at like midnight now. Well, not now. Lately, I've been staying up till 2, 3. But before this, I was going to bed at midnight, which is pretty good for me. I'm getting it back. I'm getting it back. I'm not gonna let Slay the Spire take that from me. I said I was gonna fix my sleep schedule. Well, I did stop playing Slay the Spire. I've shaken my addiction, sort of. And I was very productive yesterday, but I did stay up really late being productive. Sometimes 2 a.m. is the most productive time of the day. And when that happens, are you gonna say no? Are you gonna reject the productivity? Or are you going to embrace it and then sleep in? That's what I chose to do. But I think I got a lot done and a lot off my plate that I don't have to worry about anymore. And And that's a great feeling. And now I can maybe fix my sleep schedule. Now, embrace biphasic sleep. I don't know. I don't think biphasic sleep is for me. Whenever I take a nap, I feel terrible. Like the whole rest of my day, it just puts a damper on my mood and my mental. MatPat says siestas are natural. Well, if MatPat says it, then it must be true. He's the ultimate authority on everything, after all. Well, if MatPat says it. I did have a nap 2 days ago, and it was amazing. I feel like it fixed me. But usually, okay, but I don't know. I felt kind of bad immediately after waking up, but then like 30 minutes after waking up from the nap, I felt like I was cured of all of my ailments. So that was like a good nap. But sometimes, I don't know, I feel like mostly I have bad naps where I wake up and I feel disoriented and I don't know what year it is or what day it is, and then I can't do anything for the rest of the day. I'm best when I just get my 9 hours of sleep every night. Takes you too long to fall asleep to nap. Me too. That's why I don't know. When I nap, it's just like, well, whenever I wake up, I guess. Which I don't think is optimal. 9 hours is within the realm of normal sleep, by the way. Some people need more sleep than others. It's biological. It's a real thing. Some people need more sleep, some people need less sleep. But 9 hours is within the realm of normal, and I think I need 9 hours. 9 seems like no, because did you know that your complete cycle of going through all of the phases of sleep lasts about 90 minutes? So ideally, you should sleep in increments of 90 minutes. So either 7.5 or 9 is more optimal than 8 or 3. I mean, for a nap, maybe. Or 6. Some people can survive on 6, I think. But I don't know. I've heard that the longer you sleep, the longer you live. Although maybe more of your, I don't know. Then you have to think about like your perceived awake time on Earth. Because maybe you live longer, but what if you're just spending it sleeping? But I'm okay with that because I like sleeping. I don't mind spending my days on this earth sleeping. That's fine. Immortality, but you sleep? That sounds kind of good to me. I don't know. Like a sleeping vampire princess. Cryostasis. But cryostasis is not normal sleep. That feels like it would be uncomfortable. It's different because you dream when you're asleep. And you've got to have some good dreams, you know? If you're asleep forever, probably a lot of them are going to be good, you know? Some of them might be bad, but, you know. Do I use an e-reader? I do. I have a Kobo, which I like. Right now I'm reading, I feel like it's the hot romantasy, so I must read it for research purposes. It's called This Kingdom Will Not Kill Me, and it's an isekai. I was losing my mind because they're not shy about it, about making it obvious what it is. They even used the word truck-kun in the book, which is pretty funny. How spicy? 0 for the first book anyway. They said the later ones might get spicy, but it's a slow burn. Not truck, specifically truck-kun. That's the one that's written by a husband-wife duo, which is pretty cute. Yeah, Maggie the Undying is the series. So far, it's like I see why it's popular. It's very fast-paced, you know? It's easy to get into. Maybe partially because it's an isekai, so the world building, the main character can just explain it because she gets isekai'd into her favorite book series, basically. It's like an anime plot. So she can just do all the lore dumps to clear anything up. Yeah, it's not super long either. How's my book going? I haven't been working on it lately, but I've been thinking about it. I go back and forth lately. I need to just write it, but I've been getting in my head too much. I'm like, everything I write is terrible. How can I even think about publishing this slop? But I need to just write it. Well, because also it doesn't matter if it's terrible right now. It can be terrible right now because it's still very early. This is like the first draft or the second draft, so just do it. Don't worry. Release the slop. It's so hard. Plus, I've never written a book before, obviously. And before this, this is the longest thing I've written by far. The most words I've ever written already. But before this, I've only ever written really short stories, and I considered that to be like my, my area of writing is short stories. Like sometimes so short. I don't know. I'm like, do I even know how to write something long? Because it is different, I think. But yeah, I don't know. It's different writing a book, because I feel like when I write the short stories, I think really hard about each individual sentence and like the individual words in each individual sentence, because you can if it's short and it won't take you a billion hours. But I feel like if you do that for a book, first of all, it's gonna be hard to read probably. It's gonna be probably too dense. Like, it's fine for a short story to make it dense because it's short and you can take your time reading it and you can even reread it and it's not that much. But if you write a whole book, like with that level of info packed into each sentence, I feel like it's gonna be difficult to read. Difficult to write and difficult to read. So I feel like I should I don't know. I just need to write it. Like publish the short stories. I mean, I haven't written a short story in a long time. So I don't know. I don't know if any of them hold up to my tastes. Most of them I wrote in college, but I would like to write some more, but I'm just working on my book right now. It's not a bad idea to write a short story. I did have an idea for one. Wait, do I remember? It kind of evolved. I was gonna write a story about elevators because I'm terrified of elevators. But then I thought, like, I had the concept of like a dystopian sci-fi where people are packed into this like tower that goes up into the sky and it's all connected by one elevator shaft. And I was like, I kind of want to write something like that, but I don't know if I will. But I just hadn't had an idea. Like Slay the Spire. Is there a movie like that? Is there? There's no such thing as an original idea in this world anymore. Every time you come up with something and think you have something, it's like, nope, that exists already. Don't look into it and claim ignorance. Well, that's the thing. You can still write it, even if it's been done before. It's not like it's gonna be exactly the same. You dream in cryostasis? I've heard that you don't. Well, is cryostasis real? I don't know. I heard you don't dream when you're in a coma. Is that true, actually? But people say they do dream. That they dream of, like, having a family and children, and then they wake up and everything they've known is gone. And it's like 15 years have passed in the dream. You don't dream until right before you wake up. That's interesting. Don't get in a coma and let me know. Please don't. Please, no comas. Thank you. Though you have to imagine that might be good for nightmare farming. Well, it depends. It depends on if you're dreaming or not. You get in the freezer and let me know. Would you go on a colony ship to a new planet? I mean, I don't know why anyone would. Like, unless you had no better alternative. I don't know. It seems like a hard life awaits you if you make it. If you don't have one of those terrible sci-fi experiences where you wake up on the ship before you are meant to arrive at the planet. Can your pets come? I don't know. Don't they usually bring, like, embryos? Cow embryos? So they can set up a cattle ranch once they get there? But probably your pets can't come, I imagine. Usually, well, I mean, it's hypothetical. But otherwise, yeah, do you get an alien cow? I don't know. Wouldn't it be better to, well, maybe not. Maybe you can't even eat the animals on the alien planet if there even are animals on it. How do you know the proteins are compatible with your proteins? You don't. You just get pellets to eat. Depends on the sci-fi you live in. Man, I'm still thinking about the novella I read called To Be Taught If Fortunate by Becky Chambers. That's a good one. I really recommend it. It's also like a sci-fi about this group of space explorers who have been sent out to a distant solar system to explore and categorize the planets there. It's a great short story. An emotional story. Well, it's not that short. It's a novella. Short book. It's called To Be Taught If Fortunate. It's a good one. Scary. It's not too scary. There's one moment that's kind of freaky, but mostly it's more emotional. Like a drama. Next year, Is it next year? I think it's next year. Ontos is coming out with Stellan Skarsgård, and it's gonna be amazing, I hope. I don't see how it can't be. It got delayed. Was it supposed to be this year? What's it about? I don't know what it's about. But it's by the team that did Soma and Amnesia. But it's a sci-fi. I think is it a space station? I don't know. It's supposed to be another mind-bending sci-fi horror game with Stellan Skarsgård, who is the Harkonnen, Baron Harkonnen from Dune, and also the guy from Andor, and also he was in Chernobyl, and he is a great actor. And I don't know what his role is gonna be, honestly. I mean, does anybody know? He's probably not gonna be like the protagonist. I feel like that would be weird. That's not really his energy. He's the horror game protagonist. So I wonder what he is gonna be in that game. Yeah, probably the main antagonist. That would be cool. I could also see him as like a, I don't know. He could be like a mentor figure. He's the Baron again. Yeah, he would be great as the villain in it. But I'm excited. Oh, I mean, what if you think about like Alexander in the original Amnesia? If he had a role like that, I guess that would be like if he was an antagonist. But Alexander definitely has like a presence throughout Amnesia, you know? That could be cool. Soma doesn't really have that. I mean, it has Catherine in it. What if he's like Catherine? What if he's guiding you through the whole time? I don't know, but I'm excited though. I'm excited to see however it is. I hope it's good. I don't expect them to top Soma, because I think Soma was, I mean, it's my favorite horror game, and I feel like it will remain my favorite horror game. It was very like, it changed the way I think about consciousness, which I don't think maybe that would happen again. It gave me like an existential crisis when I played it. So Soma was definitely amazing, transformative. So I don't expect it to be Soma. I don't know if anything can live up to Soma for me, but if it does, that would be amazing. And I think even if it doesn't, I will still love it. Because I also like Penumbra that they did. In fact, dare I say I liked Penumbra 2 more than Amnesia. And Penumbra was more sci-fi, so I really think they do the sci-fi well. Okay, my sleep schedule is still in shambles, which is it's becoming a problem. I'm on the verge of fixing it. I keep waking up, but then I'm like, I'm so eepy. I'm gonna go back to sleep. And then it happens. I haven't even been playing Slay the Spire. Okay, but today, I got up and I was on my laptop. Usually I sit on my laptop on my couch and make thumbnails and, you know, go on Twitter to retweet stuff and all that and check my Discord. And I was doing that. And I was like, okay, I've got time. I'm not a ton of time because my sleep schedule is terrible and I slept in too much. But I was like, it's fine. I have like 30 minutes. And then I was like, oh, I should want to go check my phone. And my phone was in the kitchen. I went up and went to the kitchen and got my phone. And looked at my phone. Stream is supposed to start in 8 minutes. And I was like, what? I thought I had 30 minutes. And then I was like, wait, is my phone wrong or is my laptop wrong? The clocks are in disagreement. That's never happened. Usually they just connect to the internet and tell me the time that it is. So I had to Google like some kind of 80-year-old grandma. What time is it? What time is it right now? To find that it was 8 minutes before the stream was supposed to start. I didn't have 30 minutes or 38 minutes. I had 8 minutes. So I don't know. I'm discombobulated. I don't like not knowing what time it is, apparently. I feel like I had 30 minutes stolen from me. My laptop is cursed. It is. Okay, and it's been cursed. It's literally like the hinge broke, so I can't even close it anymore. It just sits like open. It's been having all kinds of issues. But I actually just went yesterday and bought a new laptop that I'm excited, but I haven't set it up yet. But it's fine that this one is broken because now I bought a new one. I actually bought a Mac. Yeah. Is that crazy? I feel like it might be crazy. I don't know. I don't think I need a Windows PC or laptop. I've just been burned too many times. Macs are hardy. I like that they're like not made of plastic. Well, they probably are made of plastic still, but it's very thin and light, which I like because I'm probably gonna be taking it. I hate every time I have to take my laptop anywhere, which is the whole point of a laptop. It's like 8 pounds. It's probably not 8 pounds, but it feels like it is, and it's huge and it's thick. Yeah, and the chunky power brick. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I got a Mac, which I never thought I would have a Mac. Here we are. We'll see if I like it. Only there was a good OS. I feel like I'm not tech savvy enough to use Linux. I'm sure Linux is good if you know how to use it. I remember when I was like a baby freshman in college, I went to one of my first classes, and it was one of those big lecture halls with like 300 students in it, and the professor was like, okay, you'll need to download this software for the class. If you use Windows, use this link. If you use Mac, use this link. And if you use Linux, you'll figure it out. I thought that was funny. But I don't know if I'm ready to figure it out. I don't know if I'm there yet. You're on your own. But he had confidence. The professor had confidence in the Linux users. Yeah, I don't know. I did get a new laptop. I just haven't set it up yet. So I will finally be free. I can close my laptop lid. This one, it made me mad because it was really expensive. It's only like 5 years old, but I guess 5 years is ancient for a laptop. I don't know. Are they just like a disposable piece of technology that is not built to last? Unfortunately, yeah. I used to love laptops. I was like I never had a desktop until I started streaming. And I was always like, why would anyone want a stinky desktop when you could just have a laptop that does everything a desktop does and you can carry it with you? But then I was also like buying a new laptop like every 5 years and, you know, just thinking that that's normal, and I was having issues with them. But now I understand. MacBooks hate Steam. That's okay, because I rarely play games on my laptop. That's the other thing, is like I think that I don't need a laptop that needs to play games. I just wanted to, you know, make thumbnails. And I think the laptop I have has like a 3080 in it, but it's like the laptop version of a 3080, the old one that's falling apart. I'm pretty sure that laptop has like a 3080, so like it feels like it should be really good, but anytime it tries to run anything, it gets super hot and like burning my skin. Yeah, the 3080 Lite, I think. It's just how a laptop is. The only game I really play on my laptop is The Sims, and I'm pretty sure the Mac will be able to run it. But if it can't, then that's fine. Sims 4 might be pushing it. We'll see. No, Sims 4 is pretty optimized. Laptops aren't actually meant to be put on your lap. I know! Isn't that crazy, though? What are they meant for, then? I do have a little lap desk to protect me from the heat. They get a Pro or an Air. I got an Air. I feel like it will be enough. I feel like the Air was already expensive enough. I spent a lot of money on this PC that I stream from, and I feel like that's it. I don't want to spend more money. I mean, even though I feel like it was already expensive enough. Air is expensive. It was like, with tax, it was like $1,400. It's expensive. And yeah, I put it on the business card. But that's still expensive. It's not bad. I know. I mean, it's cheaper than the last laptop I bought. Lenovo Yoga. I had one of those, actually. The Yoga. I had it because I thought that I would, like, draw on it because it has a screen with a pencil that you can use. The Yoga, the whole point is that you can flip the screen 180 degrees back and use it like a tablet. But in actuality, never really worked quite the way that you think it will. And the 2-in-1, the foldy laptop. And I did not draw on it. Did I get upgraded RAM or storage? I don't think so. I got it at Costco, and they were like, oh, sorry, we're out of stock of all of the MacBooks, except for this one. And I was like, well, all right, whatever. It'll do. I just want something that's not broken at the hinge and the clock isn't wrong. I'm sure it'll be fine. They put 8 gigs of RAM. No, I think it has 24. I should probably know because I just bought it yesterday, but I really kind of was like, just put the laptop in the bag. It should be fine for what I use it for, which is Photoshop, Clip Studio, Paint. Waterworld is also, I believe it's like, it was made in an era like right before they transitioned to using more CGI. I think Waterworld is, I don't know if it's 100% practical effects, but I think it's mostly practical effects, and they like built the sets and all the props and outfits and stuff. So think about that when you watch it. It's fun to appreciate the set design and the practical effects and stuff. The Odyssey is 100% practical? Well, it's not 100%, is it? I mean, there's a Cyclops that eats people in it. I did hear that the Cyclops in the Odyssey was a guy, and they did build like a miniature cave and also a big cave. Yeah, they had a puppet. They had a big puppet. It was stunt people that got eaten. Oh no. Yeah, like what they did in The Lord of the Rings. They hired a real Cyclops. I really liked the design of the Cyclops. Like his kind of twisted face, how his eye was sideways. I thought that was really clever. I saw people on Twitter before I watched the movie being like, I don't like the Cyclops design. The old one was better, but I liked it. I thought it was a cool take. Plus, I feel like it makes sense because isn't he meant to be, he was like a disfigured child of Poseidon or something? Like he was born strange. So I feel like, yeah, like birthed by a witch or something. So I feel like it makes sense. Yeah, he did have a Saturn devouring his son type of look. I feel like that was intentional. Yeah, but I liked it. I liked the Scylla too. I was looking forward to the Scylla the whole movie. I was like, I can't wait for the Scylla to show up. I liked the Scylla and Cersei. It was quick. Well, the whole movie was so quick. I mean, that's my chief complaint with the Odyssey is I think they should have done a trilogy. But I guess Nolan isn't about that, which is fair. But I would have watched, you know, I feel like they could have drawn it out for sure. It's a long story. It takes place over like 20 years. It is a huge story for one movie. The Scylla's really brief in the poem. Scylla's so cool though. Also, what is his name? Agamemnon. He was also cool and scary. He got what he deserved in the end. I liked his like spinal column hair piece. That was cool. He was aura farming. He was cool. And the scene where he like shows up where they break the door down and everybody floods in and he's just standing there in the middle. That was cool. That was a cool scene. I want to watch it again. I had a dream about George R. R. Martin. I don't know why that man lives rent-free in my head. Even though I haven't actually read his books. I really need to though, because I mean, like I said, he does live rent-free in my head. I had a dream that I met him and he was so nice. He was like the nicest man ever. And then we were talking about writing and I was talking about my vampire romance book and he was like, Nimi, I would love to read that book. And I was like, oh my gosh, really, George? Really? And I was like, we should have a writing group. I'll read anything that you're writing. And then I was like, oh, sorry. I felt really awkward. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if he's actually writing anything. Should I not have said that? But we were besties in the dream. And then I saw that, like, I think yesterday he wrote a really sad blog post that he's been struggling this year and he's been losing friends and it made me so sad. I'm like, I'll be your friend, George. I don't care if you write Winds of Winter. You can never write it for all I care. I'll be your buddy. He's down in the dumps. That makes me so sad. Yeah, he said the worst may still be ahead. I don't know what's going on in the world of George R. R. Martin, but I feel like he should just be enjoying his days, you know? Like he's a rich, celebrated author. I feel like I don't know. I mean, I know everybody wants him to write the books. I feel like he should just do whatever he wants for the rest of his life. Just find joy wherever he can. He's given us enough, I feel like. I am parasocial with him. I am. I'll be your friend, George. Yeah, he doesn't have to prove anything. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Cancel the book and move on, George. Right? A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms is gonna sweep the Emmys. Don't worry, George. Don't worry. I should read his books. I think I'll read them next. His wife is dealing with health issues. That's terrible. I'm joking around, but genuinely, I wish the best for him and his family. It sucks. I do want to read. I don't know what I'll start with. I might start with... It's not called A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. That's what the TV show's called, right? The Hedge Knight? The novellas. Yeah, the Dunkin' Egg novellas. I might start there. I saw... Okay, also on Reddit, I saw somebody with a Pickle Rick tattoo. And she was like, should I cover it up? I feel like it makes me feel less feminine. And all of the comments were like, I mean, you can cover it up if you want. But also, it's kind of funny. It's whimsical. I think she should keep it because I do think it's funny. It represents a certain time in your life. Oftentimes, the solution is to just get more tattoos surrounding it so that it doesn't stand out so much. It's dated, but that's kind of the point, I feel like. I feel like if you need your tattoo to be like eternal, that's a high bar. This is coming from someone with no tattoos. I feel like a tattoo should represent a certain time in your life. And if you can look at your tattoo through that lens, you're more likely to like it forever rather than if you're like, it has to be, you know, relevant my whole life. You look at it and you're like, oh yeah, I remember. Like maybe this isn't super meaningful to me currently, but I remember the time in my life when it was. I remember when I was young and wild and impulsively got a Pickle Rick tattoo. You know? Remember Pickle Rick forever. It's the memory lane. You love your tattoos even if you outgrew what inspired them. I think that's the mindset you need to have with tattoos. But again, this is coming from someone with no tattoos. But that's kind of why I don't have any. It's because I don't know. I'm like spouting this mindset, but I don't know if I can actually adopt it for myself. I feel like I would. I would be like, oh my god, I can't believe I got that tattooed on me forever. Do I want a tattoo? Not really, most of the time. Sometimes I do see like beautiful people with tattoos though, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish I was that cool. But I feel like that's a bad reason to get a tattoo, is because you want to be cool. This is a mistake a lot of people make, and I'm very adamant that you should not do this. Whenever you get a piercing, you have to keep the jewelry in and do not change it. I know it's just gonna be like the boring jewelry that your piercer put in, and it's not gonna be as cute as you want it to be. You have to let it fully heal. That might mean 8 months. That might mean a year. And then you can swap the jewelry out to what you want. Not even to clean. You're actually supposed to leave the jewelry in when you clean it. You clean around it. If you take it out, well, you will irritate the piercing, but also the hole might close. And especially if you get an infection, you should not take out your piercing. Common misconception. You would think like, oh, I have an infection in my piercing, I should take the piercing out. You should not, because the hole might close and trap the infection inside your ear, which you do not want. You should leave the jewelry in. It is basically a stab wound. I mean, this is like what people should also remember. Like when you get a piercing, your body is not gonna be happy. It's not what your body wants you to be doing to it. It is a wound. You're causing an open wound in your ear or wherever else you're getting it pierced. And yes, it's pretty safe if you clean it properly, which you absolutely should. And there are relatively minor chances of complications, but you should remember. That's why I'm like hesitant to get more, because mine are all healed. Finally giving nursely advice. Also, sometimes your anatomy will not work with certain piercings. You can't brute force it. And sometimes your body will reject a piercing, and then there's nothing you can do. You should just accept it, that it didn't work out. You can always try a different piercing. Piercings. I have my ear piercings. 6 of them, but I want more. I've talked about this. I want more, but I'm too lazy to heal the piercings, because all my ear piercings are perfectly healed now. It's kind of pain, because it can take like a year to fully heal a piercing, depending on what it is. I've forgotten the name of the piercing I want to get, because that's how long it's been. I want a rook piercing. That's the one. I also want an industrial. Here, I'll show you. These are various piercings that you could get on your ear. I have a lobe, an upper lobe, a conch, and a helix in one ear, and on the other ear I only have lobe and upper lobe. But I want a rook in my ear that has all the piercings, and then that ear will be done. And then on the other ear I want an industrial. And then that might be all I want. How do you put in a conch? Actually, my conch looks a little bit different because I have a hoop. I have a ring. I have a ring that goes around the outside, like this. And how do you put it in? The jewelry will open up, and then you just shove your ear in and close the ring. Wearing headphones with piercings must be uncomfortable. It's not if they're fully healed, but I think it will be if they're not healed. I might have to get like earbuds. Which does my goth outfit have? It's mostly my tapir ears. So I feel like they're all helix piercings. And then the industrial is actually 2 piercings in one, because you have to get pierced right here and you have to get pierced right here. And because of that, it's one of the harder piercings to heal. And then it's like connected with one piece of jewelry. So it's actually 2 piercings in one, which makes it more sensitive when you heal it. But it looks really cool. Industrial gotta be one of the most metal ear piercings you can get. But you can also get really cute jewelry. Let me show you. Oh, like this. This is like what I would put in mine if I got one. How cute. I just love the combination of like edgy and girly. That's like everything I like. All wrapped up. That's the kind of jewelry I would want to get. I feel like clip-on earring would be better. I actually find clip-on earrings to be very uncomfortable because they're just squeezed in your ear. I mean, piercings don't hurt once they're healed. That's the beauty, you know? A clip-on will hurt as long as you're wearing it. But eventually, a piercing will no longer hurt. And it might fall off. It's true. Yeah, you're front-loading all the pain. You feel the weight of the piercings. I'm used to it. You know what does happen, though, which is annoying, is my ear, the one with lots of piercings in it, gets very cold. Like, even if it's not that cold outside, even if it's like 50 degrees, my ear will get extremely cold because it's metal and it's like running through my ear. So I like to wear earmuffs. My ear gets cold. Carrying around a full ear of frozen shrapnel. Yes, pretty much. But it's worth it for the fashion, I think. And my piercings get stuck on my hair. Not usually. Well, I do wear like dangly ones, which sometimes get stuck on things, but usually not. I'm used to it. I'm like too lazy to change out my piercings every day. So I have like a low maintenance ones where I can just leave them in. And they're mostly like hoops, or they have long posts, so they don't get like gunky. They're easy to clean, because I feel like the ones with short posts and like the traditional ear back, if you leave those in all the time, they can get kind of gross. but hoops are easy to keep clean. No gunk, no ear gunk. What about the airport? They don't mind at the airport. It is tough wearing goth clothes through the airport thing because they always have to pat me down. And then they're like, don't wear this to the airport next time. And I'm like, but my closet is all full of things with metal in them. Grommets and stuff. My fashion. It's fine. I'll just get pat down. It's whatever. For a while I was wondering like, why do I get pat down every time? But then I did realize, oh yeah, it's because like I'm not just wearing like a t-shirt and jeans. Yeah, the 14 pieces of flair. That's why. TSA does hate to see a goth girl coming. I mean, they're usually nice to me. I think they can tell by looking at me what set off the sensor. I'm covered in fasteners. Can't just remove the metal. It's like a lot of my, I don't know, even like my hoodies, which I would wear to an airport, often have like details on them, like little grommets with ribbons, you know? It's because I've filled my whole closet with impractical clothes. It's because I'm privileged enough that I can wear whatever I want for work, and I don't have to have a closet of specific clothes anymore. So like all of my clothes are exactly what I love, which is frilly and detailed. I no longer have to have, you know, work appropriate clothes. Basic clothes. Possibly the distillation of what gaming truly is and truly means is guessing what color SpongeBob is. I think I'm gonna be good at this. This is the pure essence of gaming. I find these things. Germa was playing it. You do have to be exact, but you know how some people have like an extra rod/cone, I don't know which one, in their eyes? Like most people only have 3, but some people have 4. I think I have 4. I think I'm really good at colors. I might be tone deaf, but I think I see good colors. He's definitely yellow. Wait, that looks pretty good. He's definitely yellow, but he's almost green yellow. Oh, are we doing like modern SpongeBob or old SpongeBob though? I feel like his color has changed. I feel like that's good. Oh, I did pastel SpongeBob. I guess he is that vivid. I bet he used to be more pastel. Okay, Squidward. Wait, that looks good. Wait, is he also gonna be more vibrant than I assume? I mean, you can do some like color grading. Wait, I want to see the flesh Squidward. What if he was flesh tone? Is he also gonna be more vibrant? No way, he's like this though. I feel like that's good. That is good. 9.56. Okay, so he's really more green than how I recalled him. But yes, pretty close. Goku's Turtle Hermit G from Dragon Ball Z. It's orange. I thought for a second there was no way I would know this. But it's definitely orange. It's probably a little pale because it's old. That looks good. Closer than 73% of guesses. Dang, I keep going pastel mode on this one. In the human's backpack. Oh my gosh, wait, I don't know this. I think it's green. Green looks right. Purely based on vibes. That looks good. It was green. Oh, I'm so not saturated though. I think that was it. I think that was the daily of the Toon Tone. Not bad though. I told you I've got the extra cones in my eyes. I've got them. Hold on, I have to try logging in. Oh, hi Doki. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry to ask you like right as I'm logging in and not try logging into the server ahead of time. Thank you, Doki. Just got out of the escape room. I'm sorry. It does work. It works. Thank you so much. Sorry to bug you. Thank you. Wait, did you win though? The important questions. Did you win the escape room? You didn't escape. No. No. You're gonna have to stay in there forever. Some say she's still in the room. Got stuck in the math portion for 20 minutes and a kid came up and finished the math problem thing in 5 minutes. Why are they putting math in the escape room? I also went to an escape room. This was a while back and there were so many children like in the lobby of the escape room, and I have never felt more old and out of place. I was like, wait, I thought escape rooms were an all ages thing, but right now, surrounded by children, I feel like I shouldn't be here. They let you do it at the same time as other people. Sometimes they force you to be in a group with strangers. But they didn't to me. It was just in the lobby. Sometimes they'll fill you in with whoever else wants to do it. And it might be 10-year-old children. One kid pulled up ChatGPT. No. The youths are even using ChatGPT to cheat themselves out of the escape room experience that they paid for. Well, probably their parents' credit card paid for. But that somebody paid for them to do? Does ChatGPT even know individual escape rooms? You know, I was thinking about doing a Skyrim playthrough where I just play like the canon Skyrim. Well, some would say that I did play the canon Skyrim as the stealth archer, but I mean, I want to play like either take the side of the Nords or the Imperials and, you know, settle the war, win the war, fight, do that. Because I've never actually properly engaged with the isn't that like the main storyline? I mean, it's not, I guess the main storyline is like being the Dragonborn, but that's gotta be the second biggest. It's kind of boring. I mean, that's like why I've never engaged with it, I guess. I thought about being like a fighty with sword, but honestly, I don't know if I can play Skyrim after playing Dark Souls. I think I'm just gonna be disappointed with the combat. I'm just gonna be like, oh my gosh, why have they done this? Why would they make the combat like this? There are tons of combat mods. I'd have to look through them. The same for The Witcher. It might be. So everyone ends up as Archer. I feel like Mage is also fun, especially you can get some crazy spells, right? Some crazy stuff in general. That's why they can't make Elder Scrolls 6. Okay, I saw that somebody said, I played Elder Scrolls 6 and let me tell you, it's awesome. Is that real? I don't know if I believe that it's in a state to be played. Also, I don't know who said that. Somebody said that. It wasn't the CEO of, it was CEO of Xbox. Do we believe him? I don't know if I believe that it's in a place that you can play it. He's a paid actor. Oh, her. Sorry, her. How could I assume? Definitely isn't ready, but it's giving me hope. Maybe it shouldn't. Maybe I'm too naive, but that's giving me hope. I want to believe her that she did play it and that it was awesome. Would she be honest if it sucked? I mean, if it was me, I would just not tweet about it. I would just pretend I didn't work there. I guess you can't really do that if you're the CEO. Like the CEO of McDonald's taking the tiniest bite of the Big Mac. That's crazy though, because Big Macs are good, or at least they were good 16 years ago, the last time I had one. That Big Mac sauce is good. I make that at home. They're still good. I do feel like they might be like made of, I don't know, like they might be synthesized from their base chemicals rather than coming from like a cow and, you know, flour, wheat. It might just have come out of like a food synthesizer. But that might be fine, you know? I've heard that at the Cheesecake Factory, they actually make almost everything in-house, which apparently is rare for chains. Most chains get like their food in a plastic bag and they just put it in the sous vide and then open the plastic bag and pour it out. But I learned this from Kitchen Confidential. Apparently, Cheesecake Factory makes almost all their own food in-house, except for the cheesecakes and like the ketchup. Which you would think they'd make the cheesecakes in-house, but I guess they just freeze those and ship them out. But the food is made in-house, I guess. I don't get the Cheesecake Factory love. I have not been there in, honestly, I don't even remember, like 16 years. So same time I had a Big Mac, probably. But I feel like everybody loves the Cheesecake Factory. I lose my mind every time I'm on a vacation in a beautiful place, paradise on the beach, and then the line out the door at the Cheesecake Factory is out the dang door. The line is like down the street. Like everybody wants to go to the Cheesecake Factory, even if they're in literal paradise at the beach. They still want to go to the Cheesecake Factory. The people do yearn for the cheesecake, so I guess I don't get it, but at least they're making it in-house. It's really paradise if there isn't a Cheesecake Factory. People on Kitchen Confidential, which is the subreddit for chefs, ostensibly, but probably it's a lot of people like me who are not chefs. They said that if you get a job at Cheesecake Factory, it's a great, like, way to get into the fine dining industry if you're trying to break in, because people will know if you've got Cheesecake Factory on your resume that you have worked in a rigorous environment. They'll know that you were making those pastas. Apparently they have like 6 different prep stations, an actual kitchen. Can't you fake your resume? Well, you can, but I think you might get in trouble if you get caught. I don't know if I would recommend it. You can massage your resume instead. Almost everything can be written to sound way better and more important than it is. And that, I think everybody does that. So you can totally do that. Do some rephrasing on what your job description really was. Yeah, as long as it's technically true, exactly. Why massage? So you can get the job. You gotta talk yourself up, you know? Just a sprinkle. Technically a nurse. Like what I would write is like, portrayed a nurse. 1 year experience portraying a nurse. Worked directly with patients of thousands of satisfied patients. I don't think that's what they're looking for, honestly. If you apply for a medical position, I don't think they want you to write thousands of satisfied patients. Good with brains. 1 year of virtual clinic consultation. Yes, 1 year experience doing virtual consultations, portraying a nurse. That sounds pretty sketchy, doesn't it? I don't know if they're gonna buy it. Honestly, I don't know. Solved the nurse still in 5. 3-day streak on Doctortal. Ooh. I'm sorry I've missed a few days of streaming. I've been dealing with some cat stuff, which has been bumming me out and stressing me out, quite honestly. So Luna has been having this problem with her paw. I really don't think it was a big deal, and I kind of regret everything that led up to this. But she had a sore on her paws so I took her to the vet, and then the vet said to put her in a cone, so I did, but the cone really stressed her out and made her like defensive and angry at Artemis. And so I had her in the cone for like 2 days, but I eventually took it off because it was just like they have never really fought. Like they've only ever played, and they had been getting into like actual fights, so I had to separate them. It's terrible. Like yowling and tearing across the house and peeing because of the fighting because they get so scared. It's just terrible. So I hoped that taking the cone off would make their relationship go back to normal, but it hasn't so far. It's really Luna is still really defensive and is hissing at Artemis all the time. So I don't know. I've been Googling it, and it might be like non-recognition aggression, but I don't know because I feel like she does recognize him, and usually it's the cat that doesn't go to the vet is the aggressor. Yeah, have had to like separate them, which sucks because they both are so attached to me, and that means I can only be with one of them at a time. So one of them is always sad. I don't know, I've been like feeding them on other sides of a door, but they're still hissing for now. I don't know. And then I looked it up and I'm like, will they ever go back to normal? Because it hurts my soul to see them like this when they were such a bonded pair before. They would do everything together, always be grooming. And some people online have said it can take days or weeks or months to go back to normal. Let me know if you've experienced this. And if there's light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, I wish I never put her in that cone. Now I don't think I'll ever take them to the vet like separate from one another. I think I will always take them together, even if only one of them needs it. I guess this can happen when you only take one, when you separate them. It was for her own good, I know, but the sore on her paw seems so minor compared to the fighting. It's also they're making me so mad. Well, really it's Luna. I do think it's like she's the aggressor, but I think it's because she feels like so defensive and vulnerable even after the cone. But she's making me mad because she's always like trying to barge into the room where Artemis is. And then as soon as she sees him, she starts hissing. It's like, stop trying to go in there. You know he's in there. Just chill. They're probably both confused. Sweet Artemis, who has never done anything wrong in his whole life. I feel so bad for him too because I can tell like he's just so curious about his sister. He just wants to like smell her and see her. I don't think when they fought they actually like exchanged blows. I don't think he wants to fight, but he was chasing her. Yeah, he's like, what did I do? What's wrong? What did I do? Need their get along. Sure, I know. I've been singing at them. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? They're not getting it though. They're not getting it. And it's like, you guys can both have access to me. If you just get along, I'll pet you both. You don't have to be alone. And I'm like rotating them. Like one will be in a room and then I'll like switch them out. Like they're in shifts basically because I feel so bad because the one that I'm not with is always so sad. So I just have them on a shift. And whenever it's their turn, they're always so happy to see me. And it's like, you could have this. Just get along. Just get along. We do need Nimi too. We do. I am thankful that at least they both still love me. That's the silver lining. But that's also frustrating. Well, again, it's just Luna, I think. I think Artemis is like completely normal. What is making me angry also is that she's acting so normal with me. Like she's just going, like she normally does. She's got her tail in the air. You know, she seems totally normal, like a perfectly confident cat. She's exploring, she's jumping up places, she's purring, she's snuggling with me. But then as soon as she sees her brother, it's just like she's so mad. She's growling and hissing. She seems to think Artemis put the cone on her. I think she does. It was me, Luna. I put the cone on you. I did that. I did it. Don't blame your brother, but also don't blame me, because it was for your own good. Artemis caused the sword. That might be true. I don't know what caused the sore. It could have been one of their play fights. She might have got scratched. At least they both still love me. So I'm getting plenty of kitty cuddles. And honestly, you know, they're always so happy to see me because I've got them on rotation. So they're like very extra clingy. It's like non-stop cat clinginess, which I enjoy. As soon as they see me, they want to be in my lap, snuggling, getting pets, you know. But I need harmony. The house is in disarray when the siblings are not getting along. It's terrible. It's terrible. Need harmony. Give it time. They'll be back to normal in no time. I hope so. I hope I can like look back on this one day and be like, oh my gosh, remember when they were fighting? And I hope I'll be like, I was so scared that they would never be back to normal, and now look at them snuggling. I just have to believe. I have to manifest. Wonder if it's smell-based? I don't know. Well, because the weird part is that usually it's the cat that is returning from the vet, or is the non-aggressive one. It's usually the cat that was at home is the aggressive one. So Luna, I'm sure, smelled different from being at the vet. Well, I think that's why Artemis was so keen on smelling her, and she was like, do not smell me. I tried putting Artemis in a crate for an hour and letting Luna approach on her own terms. I was thinking about doing that, but is that a bad idea? Because he doesn't seem scared of her at all. Not at all. So I did think, like, can I put him in a crate and let Luna sniff him at her own will, or will he feel totally defenseless and then he'll be traumatized? He's okay with the crate. I guess I need to buy a crate. They only have them in like cat carriers. Just let them sort it out. Would he care? I don't know. A carrier could work. Well, he does hate the carrier is the problem. But maybe not that bad. The mesh between them. That's kind of what I've been doing. I've been doing the like feed them on opposite sides of the door. Every day I wake up and I'm like, maybe today will be the day that they get along. I just feel like eventually it's gonna be like magic. Like they'll just forget anything was ever different between them. But it was not today. But I fed them and I had the door open like just barely, just enough so they could see each other, but they can't even put a paw through. And Luna was hissing, and then she even like batted at the door. It's like, oh my gosh, she just has to process some emotions. I think she does. I honestly feel really bad for her. I didn't realize she was this anxious of a cat. I feel like this is showing that she does have like anxiety underneath her, because I don't know, she always seems so confident, and she's like the dominant cat in the hierarchy. But I guess she too, like, she felt so defenseless in the cone, and now even without the cone, she's still, I don't know, she doesn't feel confident. She's just trying to feel in control again. It's just, she seems so normal when Artemis is not there. Like, what did he do? Why him? I don't know. I really don't get it. I don't get why, like, with humans, she's fine, but with her lovely brother, it's like, no, not him. Not him. Because she's so, like, she's just so normal, you know? Like, she's purring, she's snuggling, she's jumping up, she's playing. She's got her tail high up in the air, like a confident cat. I don't know. We'll get through it. Gets her paw better. I think it's nearly healed. I should have left the cone on longer, but honestly, I couldn't. The cone was too traumatizing for everyone involved. But she also has an ointment I've been putting on her paw, which I think has been helping. At least she got 2 days where she wasn't licking it. It seems to be healing. Maybe if I put the cone on Artemis. I know if I put it on him, because she is actually the more chill one, usually. So I think if I put the cone on him, he would totally freak out. Like, I don't think he would be able to do anything. I know because for their first birthday, I tried to put these little yarn hats on them, and she wore hers, and I mean, I don't think she liked it, but she was like, well, whatever. This is my life, I guess. But he freaked out when I tried to put the yarn hat on him, and he went and hid under the couch, and I had to like coax him out and take the hat off. I haven't tried putting any other clothes on him since then. If I put the hat on him, no, I think then they'll both feel defensive and they'll both be traumatized. Your cat just lies down and gives up. That's what Luna did when she had the cone on. It was so sad, honestly, because she's just like, she's usually so, you know, full of spunk, but she was just lying down, the light gone from her eyes. So sad. I'm not cut out for this. witness the third cat as a mediator. I don't even know. It's making me rethink everything. But we'll see. Hopefully they're back to normal before I even know it. I will never take it for granted again. Their beautiful, harmonious relationship. I will never take it for granted again. I've now realized that, like, being a millennial is actually cool. Being a Quirk Chungus millennial is actually cool. Because, we have so much whimsy and joy for life, which is a good thing. Yeah, a wholesome Chungus millennial. You should be cringe and be free. I saw a tweet that was like... It was talking about Quirk Chungus millennials. Which, a Quirk Chungus millennial, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like, heckin' good doggo. And it's me. Cringe and whimsical. Yeah, adulting. I can't adult today. Oh my god. I'm sick of adulting. But I saw a tweet that was like, it was talking about Quirk Chungus millennial women. And it was like, I went on a date with a woman exactly like this. And it was only one date. And all the people in the replies were like, you fumbled it. You lost something amazing there. I think, yeah, it was also like, I went on a date with a Quirk Chungus millennial woman who then paid for the date, and she would always take me out and pay for my food. So I guess it was more than one date, but the implication was they didn't stay together. And all the comments were like, you fumbled. You didn't know how good you had it. Steak too buttery. I think that we should accept all kinds of cringe. I think that we should be accepting of people. We should be accepting of people who aren't causing any harm to others and are just enjoying their lives. But I feel like we are. I feel like we're coming back around to that. It's okay to be Quirk Chungus. It better be. It better be. Image quality, ultra quality. It's limited to 60 frames. Wait, is that where I feel like it's framey though? But I don't think my eyes are capable of perceiving more than 60 frames is the thing. Other people maybe, but not me. I've never been able to tell when people are like, I gotta play my shooters at 200 FPS. I can't tell the difference. Also, I mentioned before that I got a new laptop. I got a Mac. But now I've been pushing, on Mac, it's not Control Z, it's Command Z. And now it's like messing me up because I'm trying to push like Alt Z. And I do feel like on the Mac, sometimes they're changing things for like no reason. Is it because they were trying to be different at some point? The thing that really messes me up is that I'm pretty sure on the Mac, the button for like when a window pops up and it says either cancel or okay, the buttons for cancel and okay are switched on a Mac. So I keep pushing cancel when I mean to push okay. Like why do you have to be different? Why can't you just get along? Why can't you just be the same? It's intentional. But why? Is it because it makes it harder for you to like switch between one or the other?